Hey guys, today I will be showing you how to make these scrunchies. So then I will lay the material out. My fabric is 27 by 7 inches. Make sure to get a thread that will match. And then here I am setting up the machine. And also get a bobbin that will match your fabric. And then you open your fabric and fold the right sides together, and it will look something like this, so you'll be able to see the wrong side. And then you put the ends and you stitch along the ends of the material. And then it will look something like this. So the next thing I do is fold the ends. So I'm folding it inward, and I do a zigzag stitch along the ends. I fold it in about 1/2 of an inch. This is me checking to make sure it's 1/2 of an inch. And I sew along the ends of the fabric and continue folding in. This is what it will look like, and then I do the same to the other side. I fold in. Once it was all done, it will look something like this. So the right side will look neat and the fold will be on the wrong side. So then I place it down and I put the seam together, put it in the middle, and I bring the bottom flap to the top one. I'll show you guys again. You lay it out, make sure that stitch is in the middle. You fold those first 2 flaps together, place it in the middle, and then bring the bottom piece and put it with the top piece. If you guys didn't understand, you could go back and check it out. Then I will stitch along the ends here. So when you're stitching, make sure to put the flaps together and you tuck the inside in. And if you run out of fabric, you just pull from the inside. You just pull it down, pull it out, and you continue tucking and stitching. So you tuck and stitch, and then you pull again, and then you tuck and stitch. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of problem here. The zigzag stitch was a little bit too much out, and when I sew, I don't want the zigzag stitch to show. So what I will do is bring it in a little bit and sew, and then when it's all good I pull it back to the end, and then I continue pulling down and sewing. Make sure to always line your ends, and then I continue pulling down, and I kind of got a little bump there. We don't want that, because when we're ready to close off we want this little 1 inch here to be flat. So what I will do is push the fabric up and then sew. So I kind of tucked it in, and then it's still a little bulky, so I will continue pushing up and sewing to make sure that it's completely flat. So I continue pushing up and sewing, and then there is the 1 inch space that I left there. That's me checking to make sure it's about 1 inch. So this is the 1 inch space that I left. So then you will reach on the inside and pull that little fabric you see in there. So basically you're turning the scrunchie inside out. So you just continue pulling until it's smooth and okay, and it should look something like this. So then you will grab your pin, and I'm using a 1/4 inch elastic, and I'm cutting about 10 inches. So then you will hook the pin onto the end of the elastic so that you could feed and fish through the scrunchie. And then I'm looking for the hole that I left, and then you kind of just feed the elastic through. A little technique that I do is I pin the ends of the elastic onto the scrunchie so that it doesn't move, so that it's nice and strong. So that's me showing you a thumbs up that yes, it's secure. So then I continue fishing through, and then the elastic is in place so it does not move. And then there I make a 360 and come around, and then I remove the pin and the other pin. So then to close the elastic off, I don't tie it. I don't think tying is the best technique to close the elastic off, so I just kind of make a knot with the entire string. I don't tie the 2 strings separate. I just make like one big knot and pull it. So that's how I do it. Me checking to make sure the size is okay, and then I just cut the excess piece. I originally cut about 12 inches of elastic, but then I ended up working my way down to 10, so that's why I told you guys 10. That little allowance that I left there, I close it off, chip off any excess string, and then my scrunchie will look something like this. This is me checking to make sure its stretch is okay and that I could be able to pull it without the elastic bursting. I wrapped it around my finger a few times to make sure it's okay. Seems okay to me. This is a picture, well, a little clip, sorry, of the finished product, and then here are some pictures of all the scrunchies that I made.